Got a bit of tomato soup in my... Sorry about that, lads. But welcome to the channel. Welcome back to Touchline Facts. First and foremost, this is a day that I didn't want to ever come, to be honest with you. Pause. I can't lie. I act like I don't care. Or not, I don't care. I act like I'm not rattled. I am definitely rattled. I've just spent about 20 minutes, 30 minutes arguing with a Liverpool fan in the group chat. I've been sitting there trying to rattle all the Scousers, but low-key, I'm the most rattled one, I can't lie. Liverpool are 20 times champions, 20 league titles, and I wanted to give you my thoughts and feelings on that matter. It does. I can't lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit numb to it because I knew they were winning it months ago, and I'm not one of those people that hold on. As soon as Forest got banged, I think by there was a team Forest lost to. I said I don't trust Arsenal. Arsenal not winning it. I said Forest are going to win it. That was just copium, by the way. It became normal, and I was like, yeah, Liverpool have done it, and they ended up winning the league. I ended up doing it, and I was like, yeah, it's done, mate, it's done. And I became numb to it ever since then. But today it is hit. You got all the Scousers, and fair play, by the way. I do want to shout out, like, they are a proper football club. Yeah, none of this whole, you know, because they're a successful football team, people like to make out the big clubs aren't proper football clubs. The big clubs are the real football clubs because they're the ones at the end of the game. Proper football club, proper footballing city. You saw before the ground, there must have been at least 60, 70, 80,000 people outside Anfield. Do you know what I'm saying? Celebrating, marching their team in. And that's a proper football club. And that's one thing, you know, us have done. Do you know what I'm saying? Before the game and things like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Big clubs do that. Do you know what I mean? Because they've got enough fans to do that. They fill up the streets. The streets are packed. Do you know what I'm saying? And no doubt that whole city of Liverpool right now will be, you know, people will be turning up to work with a hangover and stuff like that. They'll be all partying all night, celebrating their win, and rightfully so. As I say, I do think the Premier League's been bad, but I think it was bad last year. But I will say Liverpool deserve it 100%. They're in the best team. They've actually been good as well. They're the only team in the Premier League that's actually been good, or at least, you know, you could probably say, you know, Forest were good for their own standards, sort of thing. But Liverpool were the only Premier League team this season that were good. Top class. Mo Salah was unreal. Van Dijk was unreal. Do you know what I'm saying? McAllister. There's a reason why I wanted him at United. He was absolutely unreal. And another banger today. Yeah, they deserve this title. Don't let anyone, I'm not going to lie, be honest, take away the banter. Don't let anyone try and say, oh, it's got an asterisk on it because of the PGMOL. Wah, wah, wah. No. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's have it right. They deserve this league title. They deserve the Premier League title. They've been the best team in the country by an absolute country mile. They've won the league at a canter. They're 15 points clear with, what, 4 games to go? They're on 82 points and they've won the league. They pissed it. And fair play to them. They've absolutely pissed it. And as I say, I've never thought that you could sit there and say PGMOL, or what was the other thing? What's the other thing? Oh, yeah, because the league's crap. The league is crap. 2 things can be true. The league can be crap, and Liverpool can be good. Liverpool can be the best team in the league. That's a crap league. Hence, no one sits there and says Bayern Munich's fucking Bundesliga's have got a fucking hysteric on them, do they? Do you know why? Because they still win it. Do you know what I'm saying? And it still counts. But I do have to get one thing off my chest. Yeah? The sock fest is over, yeah? Forget that now. I do have to get the rest off my fucking chest, yeah? I've got the Brazil badge on, but I do have to get the rest of my chest. And let me tell you, Liverpool fans, yeah? It's still 13-2, brother. Yeah, let me tell you something, brother. It's still 13-2, brother. Yeah, it's still Undertaker to his WrestleMania record. Well, he's like 22 or something. You get the fucking point, yeah? 13-2. You got one above Leicester and Blackburn. You can still hold that. And before you try and mud my comments or flood my comments with this weird lie, this weird little lie that I see going around, you know, a lie told 1,000 times is still a lie. Oh, the Premier League changed names in 2016 or whatever the fuck you mean. Yeah, but it went from the Barclays Premier League to the Premier League. It was still the same competition. Oh, but that means Division 1 is the same. No, it doesn't. Do you know why? Division 1's a completely different league. It has a completely different trophy you lift at the end of it. It's not the same trophy, firstly. Different records. No one sits there when people say Alan Shearer is the top goal scorer of the Premier League history. No one sits there and brings up Dixie Dean's goals. Let me tell you something. They're going to be flexing Mo Salah's GA this season. He's got the most, rightfully so, he's got the most GA ever in a Premier League season. Dixie Dean got like 69 goals in a season. Why are we not going to count him then? If you're going to just, you can't pick and choose. If it's all one league, you can't just pick and choose. Oh, the Premier League. If the Premier League was created in 2016, why do you put Steven Gerrard in Premier League GOAT conversations for the midfielder? Why do you do that? Why do you compare him to Kevin De Bruyne? Why are you putting Kevin De Bruyne and Steven Gerrard? Kevin De Bruyne joined when the last season of the Barclays, no? The Barclays, it became non-Barclays in 2016. So De Bruyne's second season? No? Is that not where it is? Leicester were the last team to win it. Picking and choosing, innit? 13-2. Hold that. You know what I mean? You can celebrate it, as I say, fully deserved. Take my hats off to you. You've been unreal this season. I was calling for someone to stop them months ago. No one came and stopped them. No one could stop them. And I get to some of their players, as I say, McAllister, Salah, Van Dijk. But there's another player I think we should actually shout out, I'll be honest with you. Now, back to the normal side, rather than the mud them side, because I can mud them all I want. I'll mud anyone, any day, anytime, you name it. I'll mud anyone. You can never talk about my football club. And you need to stop this whole narrative, by the way, on biggest club in England. You're the most successful club in England right now. They've got 4 more trophies than Man United, or 3. Is it 3 more major honours than Man United? But they said the Liverpool fans' words, not mine. League Cup is not a major honour. So the League Cup ain't a major honour. Then you've got to take off the League Cups we're in the same trophy program, because they've got 3 more League Cups than us. Yeah, fair play. You can take your more successful club, but you're not the biggest club. Let's have that right. You're not the biggest club. You never will be the biggest club. Biggest club, yeah, you wait. If Man United win the Europa League, yeah, listen, it's not a bigger trophy in the Premier League. No chance. I'd love to win the Premier League. I think the Premier League is the best trophy to win. I think league titles are the best thing to win, personally. I think that is the best thing. I prefer league titles over Champions Leagues. And people go, oh, yeah, crazy. No, I prefer league titles over Champions Leagues. You see today the way the city's been brought together. Do you know what I'm saying? By winning the Premier League. Do you know what I'm saying? The whole build-up, and it's the whole season. And it's just loads of work and stuff like that. Day in, day out, everyone plays each other twice. Do you know what I'm saying? You can sit there and flex it to Man City. No one can tell Liverpool they're not the best team in the country. No one. That's why they've won the league. Do you know what I'm saying? No one can tell them. No, I'm just saying. Yeah. As I was saying, what was I saying? I was saying that they're not the biggest club in England as well. Let's have that right. They're not the biggest club in England. Yeah. And the biggest club in England. Success comes into it. It's one part of it. It's one part of it. They've won 3 more trophies. They've been if that's the case, they were the biggest club 3 or 4 years ago, whenever they overtook us again. But we are the biggest club in England. Let's have it right. Do you know what I'm saying? Biggest club when you factor in everything global. Do you know what I'm saying? The streets. When Man United win a game, everyone's talking about it. When Liverpool win a game, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people talk about it, but not really. Do you know what I'm saying? No one's sitting there talking about it like that. Man United are the biggest club in England. Yeah, I'm saying go anywhere in the world and they'll say they know Manchester. You say Manchester, yeah, Manchester United. When you think of Manchester, you think of Manchester United. When you say United, you think of Manchester United. Do you know what I'm saying? When you think of when you say I'm from Liverpool, you're not going to say Liverpool Football Club. When you say I'm from Manchester, they say Manchester United. You know what I'm saying? And we've had 4 Ballon d'Or winners as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Do we need to carry on? Best Portuguese player of all time, best English player of all time. Do you know what I'm saying? Best Northern Ireland player of all time. Can carry on, brother. Do you know what I'm saying? Best players from countries all over the world. You know what I'm saying? You could argue what the best Korean player of all time in Park Ji-sung. We can carry on. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, these types of things all add into one, and we are the biggest club in England. Let's have that right. Now, one player I do want to shout out, yeah, and I've really liked watching him this season. I can't lie. Which I wanted to get onto. And I do think when I hear, and I've been seeing his praise, listen, McAllister, for me, I wanted him at United. I like him as a footballer. I think he's a sick footballer. But I think the best, and I know there's Caicedo and Rice isn't really in the discussion this season, but Caicedo, and there's another one as well. Caicedo, I think, has been in the mix, and there's someone else. Best midfielder in the league this season, I think, is so obviously Ryan Gravenberch. I think Ryan Gravenberch's been so obviously the best midfielder in the Premier League, for sure, by absolute mile as well. He's won the league. Not only has he won the league, he's been miles better than everyone. I barely see him have a bad game. Only the League Cup final. I barely see him have a bad game. He's absolutely unreal. Yeah, he's absolutely unreal. You know what fucking annoys me? Yeah, you know what annoys me? We were linked with him last year. We were going to sign him last year or the year before. 2 years, 2 summers running. He went Bayern and then he went Liverpool. Pretty much probably rejected us twice. I imagine last summer we couldn't buy him because we bought him out for 60. But yeah, we could have had him. Ten Hag missed a trick on someone. He was at Ajax with Ten Hag, and Ten Hag bought all the shit Ajax players, but the good Ajax player that he left. Do you know what I'm saying? That's fucking embarrassing. And Arne Slot deserves full credit, by the way, for developing into a 6, because I never thought he could play 6. I don't think anyone did. When people watch him, they think of Paul Pogba. That's true. When people watch him, they do think of Paul Pogba. Not that he's anywhere near Paul Pogba's quality, but they do think of Paul Pogba. And I can see some aspects. I mean, I can see it, you know, the tall, physical midfielder with tech. Good on, and to be fair, he's better than Pogba on a turn. I'll give him that. He's better than Pogba on a turn. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's not got the passing range of a Paul Pogba. But yeah, I think he's been the best midfielder in the Premier League this season. I think the whole team of the season should pretty much be Liverpool players, by the way. Other than maybe the goalkeeper, because they've had goalkeepers chopping and changing. Maybe the left back, you could put someone else there, but pretty much about 8 Liverpool players should be in that team this season. And as I say, they fully deserve the league. Yeah, no sitting there. Oh, they got an hysteric. Oh, a PGMOL title. No, they deserve it. Yeah, they get their second Premier League title, 13-2. The rest of you are all worried because they're one off Arsenal, and they'll probably go in. They'll eventually go and fucking eclipse Arsenal because Arsenal ain't winning the Premier League title anytime soon, unless they actually like any serious club. Anyways, I'm out, people. That's my thoughts and feelings on the club, on the Liverpool winning the Premier League. And Man United are a shambles, by the way. Man United fans should be angry that the club has been so neglected and allowed this to happen. It's our own fault for allowing this to happen. Anyways, I'm out, people. Subscribe if you're new. Like the video.